Everyone in the war room froze the moment the admirals rose to their feet. It wasn't the alarms, the flashing red lights, or the satellite screen showing a crisis halfway across the world. It was her. A woman standing silently in the corner, holding a stack of briefing files, someone the Navy SEAL had joked with only minutes earlier. He had laughed, asking her rank as a playful tease. She had smiled politely and said nothing. But when the highest-ranking officers in the entire U.S. Navy saluted her, every admiral in the room, the SEAL felt the blood drain from his face. Because now he understood, she wasn't who he thought she was, and the secret she carried was about to change all their lives. No one ever noticed her when she walked down the steel halls of the Pentagon. She moved like a whisper, quiet, steady, never drawing attention. Her name was Elena Ward, at least the one printed on her ID badge. To most people, she was just the assistant who carried coffee, sorted mission folders, and stood along the wall during high-level briefings. But today, everything inside the war room felt different. The atmosphere buzzed with tension. The Navy's elite teams were preparing for Operation Helios, a mission so sensitive that even the SEALs' personal phones were locked outside. Satellites showed a rogue submarine heading for an international shipping lane. If it wasn't stopped, a war could begin. The SEALs entered the room in groups, battle-hardened, confident, joking to ease their nerves. Among them was Chief Petty Officer Ryan Brooks, known to his team as Falcon. He had been deployed 17 times, survived 3 explosions, and had a reputation for making jokes when everyone else was too stressed to breathe. As he walked in, he saw Elena standing beside the briefing table, placing files in perfect alignment. He didn't recognize her, she seemed new, so he nudged his teammate and whispered, "So what's her rank? Supreme Commander of Paperwork?" His team laughed quietly. Elena looked up with a soft smile. Falcon stepped closer, half joking, half curious. "So what's your rank, ma'am?" She held his gaze for a second, calm, warm, unreadable. Instead of answering, she simply said, "You won't need to know." "Not today." Falcon chuckled. "All right, mystery woman." He had no idea that her silence was not humility. It was protection. As the admirals entered, the room snapped to attention. Screens lit up with satellite feeds. Discussions roared. The mission was slipping. The enemy's sub had vanished from radar. Panic pressed into the air. Elena stepped back into the shadows, her hands folded calmly. She watched everything, absorbing every detail of the crisis, as if she knew exactly how it would unfold. One admiral slammed his fist on the table. "We're blind. We need someone who can read Helios protocols from memory." Every officer fell silent because only one person in the entire U.S. Navy could do that. Only one person had the clearance, the intelligence, the training. But she had disappeared from active operations years ago. Some believed she had died. Others believed she had abandoned them. Falcon noticed a shift in the room, the fear, the desperation. He felt helpless for the first time in a long time. He looked toward Elena, who stood so still she almost blended into the wall. Then the Admiral spoke words that made Falcon's heart skip. "We need the Ghost of Hydra." Falcon froze. That wasn't a code name people said casually. It belonged to a legend, a woman who had cracked enemy networks, rescued entire special forces teams, and once, rumor said, walked alone into a fortified bunker and walked back out with every hostage alive. Falcon looked back at Elena. She didn't move. But something in her eyes changed. The lights dimmed as the main admiral activated secure mode. Suddenly, the room locked down with a metallic thud. The walls shifted, ceiling, glowing faint blue with biometric safeguards. Falcon swallowed hard. "What's happening?" But before anyone could answer, something even stranger happened. All 5 admirals, men who commanded fleets, directed wars, and outranked nearly every soul in the building, stood up straight. Their hands rose in perfect synchronization. They saluted. Not the SEALs. Not the officers. Not the screens. They saluted her. Elena Ward. The quiet girl with the coffee tray. the woman Falcon had joked with. His mouth fell open as she slowly stepped forward, her posture shifting, transforming. The timid assistant disappeared. What emerged was someone sharper, stronger, commanding. Her presence seemed to fill the entire war room. The Admiral's voice trembled with respect. "Ma'am, we thought you'd never return." Falcon stared, shocked. "Return? From where?" Elena's voice was calm, steady. "I didn't disappear. I was reclassified." She placed a small black badge on the table, one Falcon had never seen before. It had no rank, no name, only a symbol, a silver hydra. Every SEAL inhaled sharply. He knew the stories. Everyone did. She wasn't just the Ghost of Hydra. She was the architect of the entire Hydra program, the clandestine intelligence unit that operated above admirals, above generals, answering only to the Joint Chiefs. Falcon felt a cold sweat trickle down his back. He had joked with her. The room fell silent as Elena approached the main console. Her fingers danced across the keys with impossible speed. Codes unlocked. Hidden files emerged. Satellite feeds sharpened. Within seconds, the rogue submarine reappeared on the screen. She had tracked it manually, something teams of analysts failed to do. Falcon watched in awe. She wasn't just brilliant. She was a force of nature. When she finally spoke, her voice carried the weight of command. "SEAL Team 9, suit up. I'm coming with you." Falcon's heart jumped. "You're deploying? With us?" She glanced at him with a hint of a smile, the same gentle smile she gave when he teased her earlier. "You asked my rank," she said softly. "Now you'll see it in action." And for the first time since stepping into the war room, Falcon felt something he never expected. He trusted her with his life.